Welcome to our next episode of
Fandom
Family
Chats.
This is a production of Family Fan Clubs on Facebook. You can find us all over Facebook. You can find us all over social media under Fandom Family Chats. Look us up, get dialed in, get plugged in, and get ready to listen to some crazy people talk crazy stuff. Hey guys, welcome back to FFC. I'm Maureen.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Jeanette.
And we are back with another, I want to call it book talk all the time, but it's not book talk necessarily, but it is another book fandom conversation. We are in the world of ACOTAR today. We are discussing A Court of Wings and Ruin. And I wish that this pink came across better because it looks purple on my screen, but it's like a really pretty hot pink, which is one of my favorite colors. So
I've always
it's a very
assumed it
pretty
was
book.
purple because I think I've only seen it in like videos and stuff.
it is hot pink.
It's like, yeah, it is. Have you never seen them like in the bookstore?
No, I don't look for them because I just refuse to pay. I don't want to pay for the whole set when I've
No, but
already
you've
read.
never even seen them in a bookstore?
I don't think I've ever known. Like I've never paid attention. You know what I mean? Like I think I've just not.
Now, I am not ashamed of this. And now, okay, so someone posted this on TikTok, and now all I can see is how A Court of Silver
Yeah.
Flames is different on the binding than the rest of the books. That's
Yeah.
all I see now. And I didn't see
I
that
know.
before. But
It's very unfortunate.
I am that person who, they always say, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, that's not me.
I do.
Sure.
I
If
totally
if
do.
I don't like the cover, I'm not buying the book. But I love how these books are like, they have that velvety texture to them. And that is my favorite kind of cover to have, is a velvety texture. And I
I'll
don't
sit there and just
mind.
rub it.
Yes, that's what I've been doing since we started talking. I don't mind hardcover because I like to prop it open, but I also really like the flexibility of softcover because I read well into the night, and sometimes I need to like be able to bend the book so my book like can hit one page.
Mhm.
So do you that's a good thing. Do you bend your books before you
No.
read?
No.
I don't like
In
it.
fact, on these ones,
And do
I
you
try to
know
be
how to
really careful.
Wait. So I know how to bend books, but it doesn't crack the spine at all. Your spine will stay completely intact.
Oh,
And I do
really?
it to every single book I read.
What do you do?
So my book does not ever get that line.
That's
So
interesting.
I'm not gonna have a headphones on, so I can't read. So here, you guys. You like open up like this many, and then you just like rub down, but you can do it like this. I do it like this. I can't do
You
it
gotta
on a
rub-
freaking camera. And then you just like rub both down, and you do it
Oh,
like a little bit more, and then you rub like down, and it keeps like your book will like stay open, but it helps it not ever crack you won't
Okay.
ever have that line. There you go.
okay, that makes sense.
I
I
learned
wanted to
that on
say that's what
TikTok.
she said so bad, but
Well, I mean, all I kept hearing was that we're gonna rub the book down. So
Yeah.
I always take it like this, and then I'll hold it like this as I pull it back like that is what I usually do with these books. I'm not usually careful, but because these books I have the set, I don't want to get the lines in the back. So I'm very careful with these ones.
No, I hate when I get the lines. And then I saw somebody do this on TikTok, and I was like, I wonder if that works. And I do it on every single book I open.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do that now.
Interesting.
I get a lot of library books. So
Oh,
not that I don't care about how their condition is. It's not like
I
I'm trying
never
to make it
physically
work.
go to the library. I'll do my Libby or my Hoopla, but I won't go to the library.
Yeah.
Oh,
same.
no, I put holds on it from home on the internet, and then it'll notify me when it's there, and I just go in and check it out myself.
Oh, see, I
Okay.
just I just read it on my app.
Mhm.
Can't
I
you do
will
that?
say what did you say?
Can't you just read it on the app?
I don't get those. Because it depends on which one gets first. I
Mm.
prefer physical books because I like to listen to it.
Mm,
And so
okay.
I don't want to run two apps at the same time. So I prefer the physical
Gotcha.
copy. But sometimes if the ebook is available sooner, I'll get that. All right. So A Court of Wings and Ruin.
Yay!
I really enjoyed this book. I think I actually liked Akamath a little better than Akawar.
Mhm.
I don't really know why, but I think because I got the romance and the action, and I think for me in the beginning of this book, I just felt like, I don't know, there was a little too much of the spring court in it for me.
It's always too much. Any spring court is too much spring court. In my
Yep,
opinion.
kind of exactly that. Yep.
I'll take any court basically over the spring court.
It didn't endear me to Tamlin. That is the wrong word to say, but it does make the case that he is just a really stupid moron. So that is why he made the deal with the king that he did, because he's just an idiot rather than he's a devious,
Okay.
evil a-hole.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
he's a devious. I mean, I
think
agree.
he's
I
just
don't
dumb.
know. I think
I
he's
think
very
he's
much-
I agree with that. I think
he's
very
a
dumb.
selfish and only kind of worries about Tamlin.
Yeah. And I think that
Absolutely.
extends to people he personally cares about, or who, if they're gone, it's kind of like, I'm going to bring up the Hunger Games again. Do you remember that line in Mockingjay where Katniss wakes up and she hears Gale and Peeta talking, and he says, "Who will she choose?" And Gale said, "I know one thing. She will choose whoever she can't live without." I think that's sort of Tamlin. It's anyone who would affect him if they were gone. That's who he genuinely cares about. Because like Lucian, he treats him like crap.
He does, and that's
Lucian
supposed
goes,
to
then
be his
Lucian
best
goes.
friend.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't have any bearing on well, at least he doesn't think it will, that Lucian's gone. So he doesn't care if he goes. He's not
And
as
that's-
upset.
Like we talk about how much I hate Tamlin. I will say it's not necessarily about what he did to Feyre, because Feyre's fine, like she whatever. His treatment of Lucian over the course of all these books is probably what makes me dislike him more than his treatment of Feyre, in my opinion. Because I adore Lucian, and so the
Mhm.
idea that anyone's going to mistreat him just upsets me.
See, for me, it's not so much what he did to Feyre, it's that he joined forces with the King of Hybern
Mhm.
and kind of brought that on everybody, what he brought on.
Yeah, he's just
That's why I hate him.
Yeah, he
Or I
just.
don't hate him anymore, but I don't like him.
Well, I still hate him. I mean, I don't. Well, I don't. Maybe hate's a strong word.
I don't like him.
I don't care.
I severely
about him
dislike
at
him.
all. Like he could disappear from the story and we never hear from him again. And I'm
But he
perfectly fine
saved
with that.
okay with that.
Azriel and he saved
I mean, he did,
Feyre. So
But
he's on a redemption arc.
but he's sort of the cause of what's happening to everyone. Like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
sort of brought this on. So
know.
like, does your saving them really, like, if you were the cause of it, does that really make up for that?
But here's
Not
the
really.
thing: is he the cause, or was he? Because even Rhysand said, "I believe what he said, that he was not really ever working with Hybern, that he had a plan, but then Feyre destroyed his court." Rhys said he believed that, and Rhys said he could tell that and more got behind that. So is it that Tamlin is the cause, or did he have a plan that Feyre destroyed
But why did Feyre destroy it?
because
I mean,
she hated Tamlin?
And why? It still all comes from
Because
his own
the
actions,
optics
I
look
think.
bad.
It's all
I'm not
his
defending
actions.
Tamlin. I don't like him.
Yeah, I mean, like, I
But-
just think he brought everything on that happened to him. He brought it on himself.
Here's the thing,
But
though. I
He
also don't really
deserves
like
everything he's
Feyre.
getting.
I'm not a huge Feyre fan, so
Oh,
I
I
think
mean,
I think her and
yeah.
Tamlin destroyed that boat together.
I don't know.
See, I still where you are in Akawar, I still loved Feyre. I don't
Same.
feel like I like changed any feelings with her
I
until
didn't change.
Silver
I don't even
Flames.
know if I changed as much for her. I mean, Rhysand, definitely my feelings changed more in Silver Flames for him than it did for Feyre.
I'm bummed about that.
See, I
in my
don't
opinion.
know.
We'll have to
I
talk
feel
about that.
like I felt we'll have
There's
to get
something
there.
that he does in Silver Flames, which is, in my opinion, very Tamlin-like, and I don't care for it.
Okay,
Mm.
So
that's a bummer.
I still forgive him. Like I don't.
I mean, I forgive him. I don't dislike Rhys, like at all. Like I'm just gonna say that. But like of the Bat Boys, like he's probably at the bottom. Speaking of, should we show off my shirt that Maureen sent me? I'm
Yes, because I'm not wearing mine. I should have.
gonna turn around to the back too.
I love it.
It's so comfy too.
I just washed mine today too. I should have worn it.
See, I
Shut
washed
up.
it last night just so I could wear it today. I did it on purpose.
I'm wearing Outer
Outer
Banks.
Banks.
Oh, that's good too.
Still representing FFC. I've got nothing on me. I don't have any. I don't have any
Here.
shirts that represent our show.
No, why not? You should.
I should have worn. I should have worn my FFC shirt. That's what I should have worn. I have one of those.
I wore that the other day.
Well, I think for Feyre, for me, like I don't dislike her, but she irritates me more often than not, I think. And
Okay.
that's a bummer. Like Azriel and Cassian and Rhysand, I think are my favorite of the book series. I think they're my favorite three. Nesta, I'm told I'm going to like her a lot more. I didn't in the beginning
Oh,
half
no.
of this
I
book.
don't know about a lot more.
You might, but you might not. I think the fandom is pretty split on whether
really?
we like Nesta or not. I adore her. She is my favorite character within the series. But
I
don't know
wouldn't
if
say
you'll
she's
feel
my
that way.
favorite. I mean, I liked her a lot better after getting to hear her story.
Mhm.
And like,
When do I hear that? Is
that's
that
the
In
Silver,
Silver
Flames.
Flames.
Oh, okay.
That's her entire book. That's all Nesta.
Oh, is it?
And-
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's when you really get to know Nesta more. And I don't
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
you're
I feel
gonna
like
change.
I like her better after getting to know her
Yeah,
a lot better.
because you're gonna change point of view.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Like
good.
it's not
'cause
gonna
I'm
be
tired of
Rhys
Feyre.
and Feyre's point of view anymore.
No.
It's gonna be Nesta and someone
Cassian?
else. Okay, I don't know where you're at. I can't
You
remember.
guys told me it was Nesta and Cassian.
Okay, well, it is Nesta and Cassian's point of views.
Yeah. It's their
Because
point
you
of
guys
view.
thought I
And
knew that and I didn't.
You
Sorry.
still like hear about Feyre and
In the
Yeah,
same way that
that's
you
the
hear about
story.
them
Yeah.
in this one. Okay.
So like you still hear new stuff and stuff going on, but it's just not from their point of view, which I liked.
That's what book series that are this long, I think you have to shake up who's narrating, especially when they're all so interconnected and interwoven. I think that in an 18 book series, you can't always have it be from the same person because it gets boring. So I think that's good. But I think for me, the first half of this book, Nesta was irritating.
Yeah.
Because the way she treats Elaine and then the way she treats Feyre, it ticked me off.
Yes.
It's Elaine, that's her name, right?
Yes.
That's the sister.
Yeah, Elaine, yeah.
But
It
in
does.
the
That really
back
bothered me
half,
too.
I actually started when Nesta started to give Feyre her due for what not because she's had this idea that Feyre is just crap human being. And although I'm not the biggest Feyre fan, I don't dislike Feyre, and I don't think she's a crap
No.
human being. I think she sacrificed a lot, and
She
not
did.
just
She
for
hunted.
Rhysand.
She kept food on the table. She
She
kept
was the one.
shillings in their pockets. Like
Mhm.
she kept
Mhm.
those girls alive. And
Yes.
that always bothered me with
I
Nesta.
agree.
I always thought that was very unfair,
Crap. It was
but it
crap.
is. But she kind of, I don't know, she kind of redeems herself. So
That's what I'm saying. In the back half of this, in the
Oh.
back quarter, maybe, she starts to realize that Feyre is not who she has just made Feyre up to be in her head. It's like
Mhm.
she had to pick one sister to love, and she chose Elaine, so there was no room for her to have any
Yeah.
sort of care or respect for Feyre. But then she started to respect her, and that's when I started to like Nesta, is when
Yeah.
she started to give Feyre her respect, and she started to recognize, okay, you're not who I thought you were at all. You're much stronger than I thought you were. You're so different than what I thought you were. And then when she goes and saves Elaine, of course, that's what makes Nesta love her or at least
Mhm.
respect her. And I thought it took her too long to respect Feyre. So she irritated me through a lot of it. But in the end of the book, I really liked who Nesta was.
Yeah. It's a whole journey with
Mhm.
her to
First book, I hated
find
her.
herself. Oh yeah, I think we all did.
Yeah.
And Elaine annoys me too. Like I
can't
need an
stand
Elaine
Elaine.
book
Mhm.
because
Ugh.
Please.
she annoys me,
She
and
irritated me
Yes.
through this whole book.
I'm like, she's gonna have to like
She's
Nesta.
gonna
You're gonna
irritate
have to
you even
redeem
more.
yourself for
Yeah.
me. But I didn't ever like dislike Elaine like I did disliked Nesta.
I
But
agree
I
with
will
that.
say, by
I
the
think
end
I
of
did.
Akawar, I was wanting, but yeah, by the end of Akawar, I was wanting more Nesta. I was wanting
Mhm.
to hear more of that story.
Mhm.
It was like that was probably Sarah J. Maas's setup,
Mhm.
but it worked for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I
I
needed
agree with
that
that.
story.
And
Mhm.
that's character development, right? That's good writing. So I
Yeah.
mean, I don't mind when I start off disliking a character and I start to like them. I actually like that because that shows that you really connected with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think she's done that with Nesta. I think Elaine for me, first of all, I was more irritated. Elaine's character is just kind of like, ugh, you have no spine.
Yeah.
Be better.
Oh,
Just
you
be
know
a
what she
better.
reminds me of? She reminds me of like Harry Potter, Luna.
Oh,
Like
I mean, I
how
guess,
she talks and
but
just
like,
so light and
but the thing
like
is, like, I like
uh,
Luna though. Luna is like fun and quirky and like entertaining.
but I think if we got more Elaine, I
We
think she
definitely,
could be too.
yeah, because I mean, like when she started spouting off her little like, yeah, it was definitely Luna vibes when she spouts off her little riddles about like things that
Yes.
are happening.
Okay,
Like,
let's talk about that. I'm sorry. They're all fairies with magic powers, and she's saying things that sound crazy. Not one of you thought she can see the future?
I know.
That was my
That was very
first
like
thought when she
apparent
started
to
talking
me.
crazy. I'm like, holy crap, that's coming for them. You guys didn't think that?
yeah,
Dumber, all of you.
I know.
yeah,
I
no,
know.
I agree.
That part got me.
Okay, and I listened to, okay, so again, I like to listen and read at the same time. So I was reading my book along with listening to it, and I listened to the dramatized version. And there's a
Mhm.
couple things that irritated me about that. Is one, Rhysand said library every time he said the word. The word is not library. It is library.
Reese's voice in
I
the
didn't like it.
I don't like it. It sounds when he laughs that little
Oh no.
like
I
I
hated
can't
it.
stand
I haven't done the dramatized versions
Don't.
yet. Now
It's
I'm
only
scared.
really
Don't.
like I love Cassian's voice.
Mhm.
I actually love little tidbit. Lucian's voice is also
Yes.
Zayden's voice in the Fourth Wing. Like it's the same voice actor.
I noticed that.
So yes. So I like it, but like it's Rhysand's voice. He's got this little
Awful.
laugh thing that he does
Awful.
every time he like I don't know. It's just
And he almost like
it's
talks.
icky.
Not, I don't have anything against people to lisp. I don't. My daughter has one. I don't have anything against people to lisp.
Yeah.
But the way he pronounced so many words was incorrect. And every time he said library, I'm like, oh my gosh, your IQ just went down like
You know
20
what?
points.
It probably doesn't help that we listen to it so fast either, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I
Totally.
wonder if we
Yeah.
listen to it at normal speed.
But I didn't hate
Sounds
anybody
any
else.
better.
No. Oh my gosh. Have you guys tried listening to a normal
I
speed?
can't. I feel like they
Nobody
talk
talks that
It's
like
slow.
this, and it's awful. I hate
Oh
it.
my gosh. I can't.
I listened to it on 2 times speed. That's how I listened to it. And I remember when I first started doing audiobooks and you're like, it was Fourth Wing, and you guys were like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to listen to it faster because otherwise it's just gonna take 26 hours. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think the fastest I can go is 1.3 speed. So one sounded normal and 1.3 sounded so fast. And now I read 2 times speed. I'm like, how do people listen to the normal speed?
It's what you get used to, because I've slowly crept mine up. Like, because I used to start at like 1.5, and then I've slowly made it to like 1.75.
Same.
2.0 still sounds too fast for me. But when I try to slow it down to 1.5 on some of them, I'm like, oh my God. Like, no. Like, I
I'm
can't
like,
handle it.
come on.
Like,
Today.
I will
Julia.
admit, there's some of, like, with my Canadian boyfriend, because it's Joshua Jackson, I did slow it down a little bit because I don't want to alter his beautiful voice.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
think
I mean?
would
Like,
like his draw.
I want it to be, and when I listened to Austin Nichols do that, like Nicholas Sparks book, I kept it kind of lower because I wanted to hear his voice.
Yeah. And I
So
think
that's different.
the problem for me is I'm a fast talker. So
Yes, same.
I like, I don't know if it's like
To the point, you know,
Yes.
like
even
yeah.
when I edit our podcast, like I will take out every long pause. I will take them out. Like, nope,
Yeah.
I just want to keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. So I
Yeah.
think it's better for me. But the other aspect too is that the dramatized version skips parts. And I
does
caught
it?
it because I'm reading along with it. Like, hey, wait, that sentence wasn't in there, and I'll have to pause so I can read the couple pieces that it skipped.
Oh,
And that
I didn't know
irritated
that.
me. Like, no, because what, and here's what, again, no disrespect. I don't know why I'm saying again, because I've never said this before, but no disrespect to these voice actors. Great job. This is a long friggin' book to do.
Mhm.
Apparently normal audiobooks are 7 hours. I did not know that, because every audiobook I've ever read has a 26-hour timeline because it's ACOTAR and Fandom. But, they are, what they skip is like the emotion that they're saying. Like, there's, he said Riley, or she gasped. They'll try to do it, but they don't do a good job of it.
Oh.
They don't demonstrate the emotion well almost ever. And maybe that is because I listened to it on 2 times speed. I don't know. But a lot of times I needed that description because I'm like, what? That didn't make, is that what you were doing right there? That doesn't make any sense.
See, I never read those parts. I speed read, so I scan. I don't
Oh, no.
I don't read those like he said. I will literally go and look at the quotes and read along with the quotes.
That's a lot of times what I do. I mean, I'll read some stuff, but if it gets too detailed in descriptions, I skip
Nope,
right
I'm
over
See,
it.
I
skipping.
like the details and I like the descriptions. I love that part of a
I
book.
can't. My brain cannot. I will go
love it.
insane.
Mhm.
What I do like about the dramatized version is and that's why I stuck it out and listened to it, was because I like the books that are audio, but they have different voices for the different characters. That's
Yes.
what I prefer.
Yes.
But I want still, I want you to read the book.
Yeah,
And I don't want you to say library when the word is library.
that is so
What
funny.
would
You
I
say
did
the
bother
not
right
me?
notice
word.
that.
So
I
that
don't, yeah.
that bugged me. Every time he said, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want you anymore.
Well, hopefully whoever says library in Silver Flames, hopefully Nesta and Cassian will say it correctly.
I'm not
because
listening to the
they're-
dramatized version of that. I'm just going to listen to the audio version.
Oh, I'm like absolutely listening to the
No,
drama.
I'm going to stay far away from that dramatized version. Far,
As soon as
far
we
away.
get done, I'm not even gonna read the little one. Like, I don't need my little Lifetime movie. Like, I'm gonna jump on and reread the other one with you.
Nope, not for me.
Need it.
This is one where I'm going to insist on just the regular audiobook. That's
You
too
probably
scary.
should just read it, to be honest. Like, I don't even know if you should listen to the audio version because you're gonna be skipping so much.
That's
I can
true.
skip still. It
You're
keeps
gonna
me
have
on
to
track,
skip.
and it'll help me to
You're
read.
gonna have to try to
through.
figure out how far to skip. It's gonna be a lot. I'm just
That's what
giving you a heads up.
I mean, I always figure out how to skip ahead. It helps me with this because then I can skip ahead, but then I'll just listen to where it stops. I'll find my
She
stop.
actually secretly listens to
She's
every
gonna be
single
done.
word and
I
enjoys
do
it.
not.
Can you imagine how fast she's gonna get through Silver Flames when she skips all
Oh,
of that
good,
stuff?
because I was worried it was going to take me forever.
It won't if
how
you
Not as
much
skip
much
all
as
the
you
good
gotta
parts.
skip.
Good to know.
Sarah J. Maas just had like a spicy time while she was writing that one.
Spicy
She
Something
time.
forgot all
happened.
the others.
Mhm. This one that one made me blush. I texted me like, oh my god, it's like, what is
Yeah.
going on right
I'm
now?
so nervous to read that
We are
book.
at the
Is it-
dinner table. Like, what is going
Oh
on
my,
right now?
oh the
My
God.
goodness.
I forgot.
it-
I don't know how
hang
I
on, I'm
forgot
gonna
about
grab
that
How'd you
one
one.
forget about
second.
the dinner table?
Oh wow, there's quite a bit more.
Yes, there is. It's the biggest one. That's what she
Okay.
said.
I was going to say, how appropriate.
Oh boy. There's only like there's like 100 pages more.
Mm.
You know what I could do is I could just look at how many pages there are and then do simple math.
Well,
I'm
I
an
sent you the
idiot.
chapters that you need to be watching out for. Do you
I
still
know
have
you
that
did.
list handy?
I
Okay.
did. Yeah, I even said that to my friend who read it.
Okay.
And she was like, that list, and she was like, Marie, that list didn't leave out everything. Like, oh, it's all right. I don't know. I haven't read it.
It leaves out the raunchiest. Okay.
Okay, there's 699 pages in this, which make it do a quarter of a page more. Make it
Yeah,
a
I
full
know.
even
Write
number.
a freaking sentence. It always bothers me when I'm reading books and they like skip a whole page for like
Mm-hmm.
a chapter, and I'm like, why is there a blank
Why?
page here?
Okay, so
So
there's
annoys
almost
me.
100 pages more of Court of Silver Flames.
Yeah, you'll probably take out about 200 of those.
I guarantee it.
What bugs me about this is that there's no "and" in the title.
I
Like all the
know.
other books.
You
And
can't.
then also this decoration.
I know.
Decoration in this one.
Everybody hates the decoration. I actually love the decoration, but I wish
I
she would
just
have
wish
done
it
it
was
on
on
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I don't like is that they're all one thing except for this one. Maybe she wanted to single out to those people who don't like the spicy times that, hey, this is not your average book.
I'm so
I
excited
love-
to
I
read
love
it.
the
but she's
colors.
still writing the Akatar series, so maybe
The rest of them will.
I
Yeah.
don't like that either. Make them all the same, Sarah.
but they're different narrators, so I mean it's a
Are
different
they?
I mean,
Oh,
Yeah,
like
'cause it's
different perspectives.
perspective.
Mhm.
I thought you meant I immediately went to audio. There's different audio people.
Yeah, no.
So I think
Which there is, but it's because it's probably Nesta
changes
and
people, yeah.
Cassian, yeah.
I didn't dislike, I actually really like this book, but I felt like there was a lot. I appreciate that the sexy times was cut down significantly in this book. I felt like my speed was Mist and Fury. I felt like there was less sexy times in there. So I think that's why I like that book more.
Mm.
But in this one, I actually got angry enough that I had to put the book down and take a little walk.
When Maureen sent us those messages, I was like, oh, oops.
No, I'm gonna give away a big spoiler here. So if you don't want to hear it,
Fast forward.
Oh,
fast
3 years.
forward.
Oh,
Okay. I'm
okay,
gonna
I
give you a
see.
minute. Okay. So when Rhys-Anne died, I was in bed reading and I went, what? Because I fully expected that it was gonna be like, no, he saved at the last minute, and then he fully died, and I was like, what in the world? And so
Yeah.
I had to send messages to Jeanette and Amanda, like, what the hell is wrong with you two? Why did you not warn
Why
me
would you do
that
this
this is
to me?
coming? Why did you not tell me that this is happening? Like, well, you had to find out on your own. Like, I hate you both right now. I hate you both. And I took a little lap around my house, and of course, I'm exhausted, but am I going to sleep after that? No, fat chance. So I had to finish the book. I mean, thankfully I did because I realized he didn't really die.
She thought it was another Liam situation.
Yes.
Here,
That's what I thought. What? Ha! This man cannot die. He cannot die. And then when Amber went in, I'm like, what? What
Yeah.
is everybody dying?
The story all made me more sad.
Yes, and you're gonna. I'm
I
sorry
know.
if you listen to that and you just heard how loud and high pitched my voice got. Sometimes my microphone cuts it off when I go up too high when I'm yelling. So maybe that happened to you. Hopefully that happened. I'm sorry. But I was upset. I actually, when she was over his body crying, I was actually wiping tears away from my face. And my husband's like,
You know,
you're right.
That is when the dramatized version is so amazing because like
Yeah.
that, and then
I'm
like
pretty
there's
sure
the
that's
other
why I
part.
cried.
Yeah. And I mean, because there's also the part I feel like within that same is when like Cassian's hurt and there's the whole Nesta like interaction.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
there was a lot of emotion
That
with that
scream.
too.
Yeah.
Her, oh my god, I'm so like I love Nesta, so that scream got me. I feel like I was more invested in that than I don't know. In my head, I just knew Reese wouldn't die. Like I just knew it. I was just like, he's gonna be fine. But I wasn't sure about everybody else. You know, like I didn't know what would happen. So
I did not think that they were going to kill either of them. So
which I mean, I knew that Silver Flames was coming, so I knew that like it would be okay. But like, I don't know.
it was
My
hard.
issue is that we have not had a big death in any of our characters, and we still have books to go. So I'm
Yeah.
a little concerned that there is still something that will happen down the road.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
it's a side
Tamlin.
character.
Well,
That's
Tamlin be
fine.
just fine.
See? Maybe it's a good death that's coming.
But I'm more worried about another person. And it's just because of like there's like a love triangle coming up that I can't even speak
Oh.
about yet.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that something might happen to one of them. I don't know.
No, I thought it's crossed my mind too. But I don't know if she would do that.
I don't know. I hope not.
I don't think so.
Is it Azriel and Elaine and Lucian?
It is.
I mean, I could see that one coming
I mean,
because
it's not a set like full on like love triangle happening. We just know. I mean, we obviously know that Lucian.
It's a love triangle in our heads.
Well, I think it's still like I think it definitely is because especially with the extra chapters. Like I sent those to you. Once you get done with Silver Flames, let me know, Maureen, because there's extra chapters that were in like Barnes and Noble versions and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's one pretty significant one that involves like Elaine and Azriel. But I think like there's that possibility there. We know there's attraction there anyways. And then there's obviously Lucian.
I want
for
Elaine
me,
with Lucian.
because I
I-
want
yeah.
Azriel with somebody else, which I cannot say for Maureen's sake yet.
Yeah.
But like I've got my mindset that he's supposed to be with her.
As long as he's
I would
happy, I'm
like that
okay.
more.
Yeah.
I
It's
want
Lucian- I
Lucian
don't-
and Elaine.
Because
Lucian
Lucian
deserves
is
me-
mated to her, so
Yeah, he
It would
deserves
just
his
kill
mate.
me for Lucian to not be able to be with his mate. Like that's
yes,
Yeah.
because he served how many years in Tamlin's courts? We're really not
he's
going
a
to give him
good-
a happy ending after that.
Like he's a good guy. There's no reason to not give him a happy ending.
yeah.
Unless something that's what Lucian, I'm concerned for him that if we decided we didn't want to go that route, the only way to really like I don't know, like you could kill him and then she could be with
No.
Azriel. Like I don't know, it's in my head. We can blame Fourth Wing for this, okay? This is
Mhm.
Rebecca's fault because like ever since I read the book with Liam dying, like I am terrified of someone I fall in love with in the books dying. Like it's traumatized me.
Oh, we got a
This is
good
DeLuca all over again.
It is actually like
seriously,
Liam,
and-
exactly. Let's just not talk about
Thanks,
that.
Shonda.
Thanks.
Never forgive her for that.
That was her too, right? She was still show running at that point when
No,
DeLuca died.
that was Kristen.
Oh.
She still gets the blame. It's fine. She's done enough damage in her time that we can still blame her and feel okay about
She
it.
created the show and she still has a lot of word on it. So we still blame Shonda.
Well, this book,
Yes.
I think it was interesting. I do think it took a little too long for them to figure out what was going on with Elaine. Too long.
Yes.
Because I felt like that storyline dragged out. Like clearly they're telling you nothing's wrong with her. Look for a magical reason why this could be happening. But they
I think
didn't.
they're just annoyed as her as we all were. We're just like we're going to stay over there, like stay in your little like room and we don't have to worry about it.
And then I didn't like how Tamlin was at their meeting. That was crap.
No. Tampon.
Was that the one? Remind me. So at this meeting, is this where he like mentions like something like nasty about her?
Constantly, yes.
Yeah.
And is this the one where Azriel jumped up and was like, "Be
Yep.
careful how you speak about my high lady"? I love it.
That's also where Azriel came at him for how
Uh-huh.
somebody spoke about Moore.
Mhm.
No, that wasn't Tamlin. It was her dad, right? Moore's dad that he came at.
Oh yeah. Was it
Yeah.
Moore's
Was
dad?
it Kieran?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yes, I
It
think
was
so.
more sad.
Yeah, because it was all the
Or
high
was
lords.
it Lucian's?
Or was it somebody in the Autumn Court? I couldn't remember.
Oh
who
no, it was Lucian's dad.
was
That's right. It was
Lucian's
Lucian's
dad.
dad.
Lucian's dad. Yeah,
Yep.
King of the Autumn Court. Yeah.
Okay, I like Eris.
Oh, I like Eris too, actually. So
And I'm sad that they are all punishing him so much because what he said,
mhm.
I get what he did, and I get what they know, but Moore is again, here's that stupid gift that no one can actually pin their finger on. She's supposed to be the truth teller or the truth giver, or
Yeah.
the whatever. That's supposed to be your
Power
superpower
is truth, whatever that means.
You can't tell when he's telling you this is actually what happened and I regret it. You can't tell that he's telling the truth. Then what good is her gift?
Like
What
everybody
magic is
talks about-
actually involved?
There's so many people that talk about Tamlin needs a redemption. No, I think Eris needs a redemption. Like I am
Oh, yeah.
for it.
I'm
I
wondering
would rather see an
Eris.
Eris than a Tamlin.
I'm wondering if
Especially-
Eris actually didn't do. I don't think maybe he doesn't even need a redemption arc. Maybe he needs his side to be explained.
I think there's more to that story that we don't
Mhm.
know about. And because you'll see even more in Silver Flames, we see more of Eris. And I'm like, I mean, I low key was like, oh, wait, what am I thinking here? Like, do I want this? No, I don't want that. I like him. So I'm here for it.
And I think he could. I think he's good enough that he could get one.
Yeah.
He's not.
I like
I
him.
don't think he's a redeemable, and I think even Tamlin. I think they could finish out that arc. She's got
They
several
could
more
do
books.
it.
I think they'll do it.
I just
I'm-
don't care.
I'm kind of hoping that how he gets his redemption arc is he dies trying to save everybody.
Please. That would work for me.
That's how his redemption could come. I'm
No,
fine with that. I'm cool
because
with that.
then- Okay, because then my thought is if he dies, Lucian would probably get to inherit the Spring Court, correct?
Yeah, he'll
And
fix all of his
then-
wrongs by dying.
This
Just
would be
die,
perfect.
Tamlin.
Because Elaine, I think would fit into the Spring Court very well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All her gardening.
Much
So, like,
better than
her-
the Night Court.
Her and Lucian could run the Spring Court. It would
Maybe
be
that's
perfect.
why Sarah J. Maas has hit so hard on the fact that she gardens like that. I feel like that came up 1,000 times in this book.
Like, girl, do you
Maybe
do
that's
anything
why.
else? Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe.
because you have to know that the way Tamlin screwed the entire realm over,
Mhm.
even if it was Feyre who helped him screw everybody over, where maybe he wasn't going to originally, but Feyre's frustration and vengeful spirit, maybe that's what helped. But still, Tamlin's the one who started that ball rolling. So maybe maybe her plan was always that Tamlin was going to die and sacrifice everyone else so everyone could see, oh, he really was who he said he was. And
I'm cool
everyone will
with that.
forgive him in death. And then Elaine and Lucian can go take the Spring Court.
You know, I'm perfect. That's fine. Let's do that.
I think we've just figured out your
Okay.
ending, Sarah J. Maas. Do it.
Please.
You kill Lucian or Rhysand or any of the bad boys, I'm gonna be real mad. I will stop reading the series if one of them dies. For
Oh.
real.
Probably.
Definitely. I don't know. I'd be
The way you
I'm
said
trying to
had me real
think.
nervous.
No,
No,
I'm just
I
trying
mean-
to think. Like
I know.
I haven't I love
No one's
Asriel,
died.
but
You're good.
I think that would be the only one that you can kill and be forgive you sometime in the future. Just because we haven't gotten
At least for now, I agree with that. Because I know a lot of people really are into Asriel, and I like him a lot.
I
But
just need more of him. I need more of a
I'm
story.
not attached
That.
to him.
Yeah, I need more of a story. I need to know him more. I feel like I love him, but I don't.
Yes.
I think
can't,
I would say I'm
back that up.
equally attached to Cassian and Asriel.
Well, it's because
Yeah,
you
that's
haven't
because
read-
you haven't read the last book.
you will be
Oh.
more attached to Cassian because
Okay.
you're good. If you're not, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. Because Cassian is my baby. I love him so much.
I'm really sad that because I've liked Rhysand and Amanda, you did too, right? You've liked him since the beginning.
Yeah, and oh gosh, I don't want to make it sound like I don't like Rhysand because
No, but you said you didn't like him in the beginning. The first book. You said you didn't like
just in
him.
the first book.
I loved him in the first book.
No, I didn't.
I did.
I thought he was mean.
No, he was sarcastic and funny, and you could tell that he was being a
I
good
always
guy.
thought it was sarcastic.
No, he was the reason that one Claire Better got this is what I like.
But because
what
it
I'm
was the worst of
Right,
bad
but we didn't-
options.
But we didn't get that until the
I
second
did.
book.
No, I knew that's what he was doing in the first book.
No, I
You based it off of all of his other actions in the first
And he
book.
was getting Feyre drunk and then touching her and all this stuff in front of all these people. It was gross behavior, y'all. How am I the voice of reason on this?
I don't know.
Of all the people to be the voice of reason.
You're insane.
But here's the thing though, he did, and he explained it when that was happening, that he was getting her drunk so she wouldn't remember because he didn't want to do it, but he felt he had to do it. And even when Tamlin pulled her into a room to do stuff, and Rhysand had to go in there and he had to make it look like he was there. So everything was an act. It wasn't that he wanted to be doing it. It was
we
all,
weren't
he explained that.
explained at the moment that I said I didn't like him. We weren't explained that it was an act.
I feel like I said that after the first book when we did that first recording.
Well, you're more intuitive. I hated
I
that.
thought it was because he explained it.
Maybe by the end of it, the book, but at the point that I was telling
Oh.
Amanda, who is this guy Rhysand? Why do we
I
like him?
loved him.
It was just hearing that, and I was like, "Ooh, he's gross too." What are we doing? Lucian was my only good guy in book one. I thought. I thought we were hooking up with Lucian. That's where I thought we were going with book
See, I didn't really look up much before I jumped into the series. I did that on purpose. So I didn't know. I had no idea we weren't gonna like Tamlin. I thought Tamlin was gonna be our
Me too.
MC. MC.
I
I thought
heard-
he was just gonna be it. But
That's what I thought.
I had heard too much, so I knew there was going to be somebody else.
Oh,
but
I knew
thought it was
nothing.
gonna be Lucian.
I went
Yeah, I
in
knew
100% blind.
But I read before you, didn't I, Jenna?
Yeah. You read before all of us. You were the one who pushed
Yes,
us
you
in.
did.
I think
Did
you
I
were on
read
book 3
first?
by the time Jeanette started book 1, weren't you?
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. I read them pretty fast because I listened.
Yeah.
I
And
have
I think
to listen to fantasy books. I cannot freaking read them.
I mean, this series is
The
one that I
names.
admit I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong when I said it wasn't any good, and I will gladly admit that I was wrong. I was.
You were.
was. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
The other thing that I felt bad about was Lucian in I have to look at the book for in Aquar, the way Farah played him. And
Yeah.
the thing is, Lucian knew she was playing him, but he couldn't figure out her game. He couldn't
Yeah.
figure out exactly what she was doing. But the way she made Tamlin think awful, terrible things about Lucian, it just made me sad for Lucian.
I laughed about it though. Like, I mean,
I did laugh.
Yeah,
I
but
laughed.
Tamlin is petty and has a temper, and he's gonna come for Lucian if he believes even a
I-
hint of it.
I don't know. I was so mad at Tamlin that I was here for every bit of her pettiness and vengefulness.
Oh, I'm not saying I wasn't.
I
I'm
feel
saying
like
in regards to
was
Lucian.
reading the book like, yes, you go, girl. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, like, I loved it, every second of it.
I did until the end when I realized that she helped aid the King of Highburn in taking
Well-
over that thing because of what she did in the Spring Court. That was the only time I was like, oh no.
But still, I don't
But
blame
while
her.
it was happening, it was like,
Really-
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just let it go. I don't know.
Let's speak of Ianthe. I hate that woman.
Look, I hate her more than I hate Tamlin.
Anybody
for
else in
sure.
this world. I hate her as much as I hate the King of Highburn. I hate
I mean,
actually I hate
maybe-
Ianthe more.
I might hate. I mean, Amarantha's probably the only other person that
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
forgot
okay,
about her already.
worse than Ianthe.
Ianthe
Yes,
and
I agree with
Amarantha
that.
are just about like neck and neck for me.
I'd agree with that too.
And I will admit that I knew. I remember texting Amanda like, I don't like this
Mhm.
Ianthe.
Mhm.
Like,
I didn't like her from the
knew
beginning
she
From
either.
the
popped up.
jump.
I was like, I don't like her.
No,
Do not like her at all.
I immediately distrusted her.
Yep.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Immediately.
He was too
Like,
schmoozy.
no.
Like,
Mhm.
The
When she
whole
said,
And
she
then
got
I
hers
love
in
what
the end.
I love what Fabra did to her hand. I just like the whole time that was happening, I was like, yeah, this is awesome. This is amazing. I love it listening to that be described. Like, this is awesome.
loved it.
I did too. That was perfection.
How did she
needed
die
that.
at the end? I don't remember. She died, right? She got killed.
She died. But don't ask me how, because I don't remember. I was about to ask you the same
But it was
thing.
in Aquawar, right? I'm not
Yes.
crazy. It did happen. Okay.
Yeah. no,
There's
she was
also
dead.
the other thing that just made me laugh was when Cassie was talking about the beast under the library. The
Oh,
library.
Braxis. Mhm.
Yes.
Library?
Ugh. Yes, the library. When Cassie's like, what is it? Don't ask. But then Farrah could go face it, but Cassie was still afraid of her. I just thought that was
know.
awesome.
There's a lot of like TikTok like memes and stuff about Braxis and Cassian and stuff. It's really fun.
I want to hear more about that. I want to hear
Yes.
what he did. Do we hear about that in Silver Flames? Because I want to hear more about it.
No,
that's
I
a
think that's
bummer.
the end of Braxis. Yeah.
Okay. And can we also talk about how disturbing the Bone Carver's voice continues to be in the dramatized version? I don't like his voice. I get that he's supposed to be creepy, but it just is like, ooh, it
He's the
feels
only one I've
gross.
heard because I heard a TikTok.
Mhm.
Oh,
and
really?
That's the only voice I've heard, so I know exactly what you're talking.
But I want to like the Bone. I do like the Bone Carver though. I actually like the
think
Bone.
I
I think
do.
he's funny. I really like the
Oh,
Bone Carver.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think, and he fought for them, and he just tested. Okay, and here's the other thing, Feyre, are you unsure of how the fairy world works by now? Because every task you've been given has clearly been a test. Like Rhysand
Gosh.
sending you in for that ring, that was a test. The Bone
Mhm.
Carver sending you to get something, a test. Like figure it out faster, Feyre.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was really like convinced that she cannot look into this mirror.
What was it called? Oh God. I don't know. It's called
Can't
something
remember.
weird.
I
Can't
want to say
remember.
obelisk, but I think that's an actual
It
thing.
starts with an O. It's like I don't remember. Never mind.
It's
Doesn't
a
matter.
long, weird name that I haven't heard before. But yeah, it was. And the other thing is, they didn't even really say us what she saw in there. That was a weird sentence. They didn't really tell us what she saw in there. I mean, they hinted at it when she was like, "This is who I am," and that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did they not?
They
Why do
said
I
a
not
little
remember
bit, but they
that?
didn't really go. They said how she felt, but everything she said she saw in the mirror, it shouldn't have caused that kind of reaction in her.
Mm.
Because it wasn't scary or bad what she said she saw in there, but she said it had her on the floor not wanting to get up or breathe anymore. Like she was a really intense reaction to it, but what she described that she saw wasn't that big of a deal. So I have to assume we didn't really hear what she saw in there,
Yeah, maybe. I
at
don't
least not all of it.
remember. Like I said, I didn't listen to this whole one like again, so I don't remember now.
But I like that the Weaver came back.
Love the Weaver. I don't know. I love all of these like weird like
I do
Yes,
too.
cereal, the Bone
The
Carver, the
I'm
Weaver,
so
cereal,
sad
right?
about the
all of them.
cereal.
Oh,
I didn't
that
want
one
him to
killed me.
die.
How do we all love
I love him.
this? Same.
That one made
Like,
me
it's
sad.
so sad. Yeah.
And I was
There
like,
one
why do
Tik-
I feel sad?
There was one TikTok I saw that was like, this is the cereal going, What do? Oh no, a trap. Do you want the tea? Like, so he's just. And
Yeah.
that's how I pictured him in my head. That he's
Yeah.
he's allowing her, because that's one thing Rhysand was like. You actually caught one. Obviously, the cereal is letting her catch him. Feyre's not that talented. She
No.
can't do all things at all times, so the cereal's letting her catch her because he
There is
wants her to save
something
things. She's the
to be
curse
said
breaker.
about, though, that like all these like terrifying creatures that everyone in the night court and everything, like somehow they all want to help Feyre.
Yes.
I mean, like they're all like on her side. And so like it's
Mhm.
just kind of funny to think about. Like
The whatever god that Cassie picked, that was
Bryaxis.
my favorite one.
Yeah.
Even Rhysand was like, what?
Yeah, she just got them all. And they're like, oh my god, okay.
Feyre, I picture her saying, what? Like it's hard?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Even recent, didn't he tell her? He said, "Don't look, close your eyes." Or no, that's the scary guy in the library. I already forgot. You said it 3 seconds ago. I forgot.
Bryaxis.
Bryaxis, yes. He was one who said, "Close your eyes." Like he was even protecting Pharaoh when everyone else is running in fear from this guy. He's protecting her. Granted, she gave him a deal, but still, that deal didn't really seem like it was worth it. I mean, the bone cover said, "Give me something that's actually not going to help me." Bryaxis said, "I just want your company." Like they don't actually want anything from her other than herself.
Yeah, they just love
In
Feyre.
small
Everybody loves
doses.
Feyre.
He wanted a window. I'm sorry, that's all you need to kill everyone for me is just a window?
No window.
Okay.
That's all. I loved that though.
I do. But I didn't really think about it that way until Jeanette just said it, that it's all these scary things that are on Feyre's side. So and they all called her curse breaker. Every one of them called her curse breaker. So I was kind of hoping that would be explored more, her title.
It hasn't at this point, anyways. I mean,
know.
like I said, there's more books, so it's not to say that there won't be more to it. But
if we spend 4 books from Feyre's point of view, and in Silver Court or Silver Flames, it's Switch's point of view, you have to kind of assume they're going to continue on that trajectory where they're not going to go back to Feyre and Rhysand.
they could, though. I mean, I don't know, because they're still the main characters of our story. So I mean, we could just
they
be
are
taking
still?
breaks. I mean, I think so.
Do
I
these courts come up in the Throne of Glass, or are you on Crescent City, Amanda?
No, I'm not. I'm still on.
You're still in Throne of Glass. Does this world come into Throne of Glass at all yet?
I mean, no, not necessarily, because this is after there's no magic in Throne of Glass, or
magic has been banned.
So we do find out that in the book that I'm in, there are now we've come back to Fae, but it's not. So I'm guessing it's taken place after all of this.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. I wanted to know.
And from what I've heard of Crescent City, I don't know for sure, but I heard a spoiler, just giving everybody a moment here, okay, that Cassian and Nesta make an appearance in Crescent City 3, or at least a mention, but I feel like they might make an actual appearance in it.
They're not really crossed over. It's same world.
They live in I don't know, adjacent worlds, I guess. You know what I mean? It's all sort of.
So there's multiple realms.
Yes.
And this is a different realm there. Okay. I think I was surprised too at how her father handled, because I don't know, the way that they built up her dad while Feyre was taking care of all of them, and then how he just left them abandoned when they were still humans. At least Nesta and Elaine were still humans when their dad just left the castle.
Yeah.
I don't really think that he deserved the ending that he got to play hero in the end. I get why they did it, but I don't think it didn't fit with who they built him up to be. Right. And it's not oh, he was a good guy. No, he wasn't a good guy all along. He was a bad father who gave up on the kids, put a lot on his youngest daughter, and then abandoned them. That's the father he is. Whether or not he did something good,
but they don't see that.
And that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
Really, I feel like Nesta takes it the hardest.
Well, and I feel
like Nesta's point of view is right. But even in the end, she was like, "Daddy" or "Father" or whatever.
Well, I think that's, in my opinion, that's just a piece of the story just to set up the trauma that's happening to Nesta in the final book.
Okay, see, now I have not read anything. Now, when we do these ACOTAR ones, I intentionally don't start the next book in the series until we've done a recording on the book I just read, because I don't want it to influence. So maybe that'll be better. But as I stand in right now, I don't think he deserved the ending he got. So I'm glad it sets up something else, because it didn't make sense to me that he got that hero's end.
I still think he doesn't deserve, because I didn't feel anything for that. I mean, does it suck that this happened? Yeah, I mean it does, but I didn't really I didn't feel this emotion.
No, I didn't either.
I mean, I felt the emotion in that Nesta felt the emotion, and so I felt for her,
I felt
Mhm.
for his kids. I didn't
but
like
not
really
for
like feel
him
bad for
necessarily.
him.
I mean, I'm glad that he tried to help out the last minute and like redeemed
Mhm.
himself a little. Cool, like good for you. I still think you're a terrible father.
Yeah.
Um,
He didn't deserve a
but
hero's end.
but I think it is more of just being like the last straw to like break Nesta and set
Okay.
up her trauma for the last book.
I'm glad to know it was for something then.
It is.
Because if it
comes
would just
back.
ended there, it would have been stupid.
Yeah.
And then I actually really genuinely thought that Amron betrayed Feyre somehow at first. I was like,
I did
there was
too.
a lot happening all at one time. Like, okay, Rhysand dies and
Mhm.
Amron is betraying everybody. What is happening? And then she died. I'm like, I hate this book. I hate this book. But then everybody came back. But I
Yeah.
was so like, I was feeling so many different things all at once, and I was getting so much information that was horrible all at one time that I was physically like sitting up and laying down, and I didn't know what to do with my body. I was so frustrated. So is Nesta, or not Nesta, is Amryn, she's just a normal fairy now,
Yeah.
right?
She's
Because
just
she
normal
was given the
high
opportunity to come back and she chose to return.
fae. Mhm.
But
Okay.
she's just
High
no.
fae, just normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if she would be something that Azriel could be with. I know that you said that
No.
there's something, a
Well,
relationship you can't tell me about, but I want Azriel to be happy, and I don't think it's going to be with Elaine because she's mated to Lucian, so I think she should be with Lucian.
who I think he should be with, you have not met yet. You will
Oh,
meet her.
okay.
You might meet her for a second in the Frost and Starlight, but you'll
Okay.
definitely meet her in Silver
I
Flame.
am really glad that she's not going to drink blood anymore.
Yeah.
Because whenever that was described, that was gross.
I don't know. I kind of loved that about her.
It was quirky. I do
Amryn
like when
has-
I like when they were talking to the king of or the High Lord of the Summer Court when he was saying, "Well, you're not going to get that blood diamond back from Amryn. She likes it."
Gross.
I think it was Cassian who said that. It had to be
yeah.
because it was a joke. But he was talking about how Amryn wasn't afraid of the blood diamond. She liked that threat was on her life. So I
I
hope that
love
that
Amryn.
aspect doesn't leave her
Yeah.
personality because I loved that about her.
Oh no, she's still exactly who she was.
Okay,
And
good.
there is a love story for Amryn that I
Oh.
actually adore.
Mm-hmm.
Good, because that's
Like-
what I want. That's why I was thinking her and Azra, because I want them to both be happy.
I
No,
think
it's
you'll
coming.
find out about it in Frost and Starlight, actually.
I prefer Amryn to Morgan. Like I like Morgan, but I prefer
I
Amryn
don't-
to her.
I like at first I loved
Morgan's kind of boring.
and now
But in
like,
Frost and Starlight, you'll get to know Morgan a little bit
that's
better.
true. I still say for me, she's still at the bottom of the inner circle.
Mhm.
Like
I
of the
agree.
5, like she's my like least favorite.
And
of
to
the
be
new
clear,
group.
she is badass. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
those battle scenes where she's in there, I loved reading about those. But as far as personality goes, like
I think
more
she's just
interesting
very.
people.
She just can't be happy. She's very misunderstood.
I
Mhm.
need more Morgan. I need more Azriel. And
I think these books are coming.
I think we have to have more Elaine. I don't know if I necessarily want it, but I think we have to in order
But
for
maybe
me
that'll
to
come with more
Elaine.
Lucian. That we'll get more Elaine via Lucian rather than just a book centered
All
on
I
Elaine.
know is that we cannot hurt Lucian because Lucian is probably my second favorite guy in these books.
I don't think Sarah J. Maas cares about your feelings.
The thing is, though, I think Lucian, like I've heard a rumor that she based his character off of Jamie Fraser in the Outlander series
I don't know
because
anything
she's
about
a
that.
huge fan of him, of like that series. Okay, so I think she loves Lucian too. So I don't think she's gonna hurt him.
Does she like Jamie Fraser?
Everyone likes Jamie Fraser.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about that
Yeah.
series.
I've never watched it, but like
Everybody.
I know enough about Outlander. Like he's like up there, like he's like
All I know is it's based on a
women
million
love
books.
him. Well, women love him. So yeah.
I haven't read any of those.
So I think I gave this book again. I don't have my book more in here, but I think I gave it a 4 or maybe a 3.5. I'm really mad that I didn't think to bring my phone in here so I could look at my app. But I gave it
trying to
either a
run.
3.5 or a 4.
Oh,
I
I
did-
gave it 5 stars,
Did you?
actually.
Because I did think it was good, but I spent a lot of it, and this is good writing evokes sensation. I spent a lot of the book angry.
I gave it 4 stars.
Like I have too much Tamlin, I have too much Springcourt. Nessie, you're ticking me off. Elaine, stop being such a wuss. Like I was angry at a lot of points. But then I was also, I think it's a very, if you can shock me in a book, if you can make me cry in a book, that's how I rate good writing.
Yeah. No, I gave it. Let's see. I gave it 4. Like, I think I liked Mist and Fury better. I
Mhm.
did. Mist and Fury is like 4.5 for me. But as far okay, like battle scenes wise though, Wings and Ruin had my favorite battle scene
That battle
Yes.
scene was
of
all of
this
them were really
series.
good.
Yes.
Yeah, like that final, like where like you cried, like that whole section was
I
probably my
can't
favorite
wait to see that
section
played
of all of
out.
it. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. It's I don't know if we've like dropped this whole series idea or not. Like I don't know. I haven't heard any
Like
more about it, but like
and also I want to put out there we cannot I don't want to go into the series and have high expectations.
Mm-hmm.
The books are always going to be better. And I feel like
yes.
everybody really needs to remember that it's not going to
Although maybe
be
Akatar will be better on screen. The
The
first
problem
book.
is though that like I know originally Hulu had picked it up and then I think they've dropped it. We really unfortunately we really need somebody like HBO to grab it because of
Yeah.
It's going to cost a
or
lot of money to make.
Netflix.
the material like it needs because it's gonna be violent. And I mean if you're gonna go to Silver Flames, it's gonna be spicy. So like you're gonna need to be able to do this. Like I mean I'm picturing like a
Mhm.
Game of Thrones type of like you're gonna need to be able to do this on screen.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
And I'm wondering if it's worth because Game of Thrones had a massive following. Does Akatar have that same level of following? That it'll be profitable enough to make this incredibly expensive series.
Every woman I know that reads has read these books. So I think so. I mean, like I know so many people that have read these books.
Okay.
I know a lot of men who've read these books too.
I actually know a lot of men. I'm trying to get my husband to read them. Like, yeah, like I think so.
There's this woman on TikTok who she got her husband. She's already read the series and she's got her husband to read. I think you guys have sent me a couple of clips, but
There's 2 different guys. Like,
Is
there's I don't
there?
know which one you're
Oh.
thinking of. Is it the one that
I
eats the peach rings all the time, or is it like
not that guy. I don't think I've seen that guy.
the guy that's always got his little neck pillow on his neck?
I
I
think
don't
it
know
might
any
be
of their
that guy.
names.
I don't know, but he's often. It looks like they're in a basement off the time. They have a white couch, and he sits there and he's talking about it, and then he's like, and he gives her the tea, and like it just.
Oh no, that's the peach ring guy.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
okay? I haven't.
That's the Petrie.
I just like how he talks about if anything happens to them. And the one when Rhysand died, he was like livid.
Oh yeah, because he's like Team Rysand. Like he's like
Mhm.
really big fan. The
Oh,
other
okay.
guy
I know
is
which one you're
like
talking about now.
the Nesta guy because like he like will like cheer. Like I
Oh, see, I
remember
don't know
seeing
that one.
stuff like
I don't think. Send me some of his because I don't know that guy.
well, I might have to wait because I bet the ones I've seen that I like so much are about Silver Flames. So I need to
Oh.
wait. I'll send them.
Well, the good news is I have my Court of Silver Flames audio all ready to go. I haven't gotten the
Frost and
I
Starlight.
don't know. I wanted to say both words combined each time I started to say the word. What is it called? Frost and Starlight.
Frost and Starlight.
That audio is, I think it said, I keep wanting to grab my phone. I think that one's still like 2 weeks out. So would it matter if I read that one first? Do I need to read that before I get into Silver
You
Flames?
need to
I
read it.
would.
Okay.
I would
grab
just
your
read it
physical version.
because
You don't
it's
really
so
need this
fast.
audio.
Okay. I
It's
think
so
the-
fast.
Yeah, because you
Maybe I'll
And
read
it's
that
like
tonight.
it's like a fun one. It doesn't have anything like
Yeah.
extremely important.
Okay.
like you could
But
mostly
you find a little bit of details.
So it's not one that I should read after I finish Silver Flames. I should read it before.
you
yeah,
should.
you need to read it
Okay.
before. There'll be no point in reading it after. Like, and you could almost skim it because, like I said, there's no like super important material. I don't feel like it's almost
To me,
like a
it's just like
palate
a fun
cleanser.
book.
It's
Okay.
just a palate cleanser to like switch
Yeah.
perspective.
There's nothing hard. There's nothing
I'm telling you, when
dramatic.
you read
There's
it, it's like watching a little like Hallmark Christmas special.
yeah.
Okay.
I swear
Because
that's
it's
what
all
it
about their
actually
winter
feels like.
solstice.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
That's all
okay.
it's about. It's pretty much just a Christmas book.
It
No,
is.
I
and
am
it's Freya's birthday.
Yes.
Okay. Is she ever celebrating
Because her
birthday?
birthday's on the solstice. Yeah.
Her birthday is on the solstice.
Have we ever discussed her birthday in any of the other books?
I think they have
Yeah.
mentioned that it's
She
Oh,
tells
okay.
Rhysand that it's on the solstice. Yeah.
So he's gonna do something nice for her. Right?
Oh yeah, there's all
Yeah,
kinds of
yeah.
Oh, you both are looking at me like,
Sorry.
no, I was just like, yeah.
Did you all
like,
see the other day that we missed? We should have celebrated. It was Calamai or whatever. I'm guessing that's like May 1st or whatever, or is it April 30th? I don't know. It's like right in there because like I remember a bunch of people were talking about it that I don't remember seeing in the books that they gave us a date on that, but somehow the whole world of TikTok was like
Maybe
talking
they just
about like
decided it was that day.
that it was
Yeah.
Calamai and all
I
this stuff.
mean,
Yeah. I
it's
don't know, I thought it was
possible.
funny.
So I think I really like this one a lot. It's I think my order right now would go Court of Mist and Fury. I think I'm really torn between and I know that you didn't like Akatar, but Court of Wings and Ruin, and I think I don't even remember what the actual name of it is beyond ACOTAR. Court of Thorns and
Roses.
Roses.
And Roses. Mm-hmm.
I think those two are pretty neck and neck for me. I think on any given day I could switch which one I like more. But I think they're all fairly high for me. They're all fairly high. Would you guys agree? What is your guys' order? ACOTAR's dead last for Jeanette.
I can do my full order of all 5 books because I just feel like I have to. So like Silver Flames. Which I mean, Mist and Fury is very close. Like they're almost like, and it's not about the spice, it's about that I like Nesta and Cassian more than I like. Because even if we had the same level of spice with Freya.
I just called her Violet.
If we had the same level of spice, I would still choose them because I like Nesta and Cassian better.
Okay.
Okay, so it's Silver Flames, Mist and Fury, Wings and Ruin,
ACOTAR.
Frost and Starlight.
Oh, that even comes after. That comes before ACOTAR too? Yeah. Oh, okay. What about you, Amanda?
Mine, I'm trying to bring them all up so I can just like read.
Of course, she's also read a bunch of the Thorn and Glass series too, so but only ACOTAR.
So my top one would be Silver Flames. I totally agree with that one. And then I feel like it goes to Wings and Ruin.
Okay.
And then Mist, and then Frost and Starlight, and then ACOTAR.
ACOTAR's bottom for you too?
Yeah. After reading the whole series, it just ends up being last. I didn't hate it whenever I like read it, but if I'm looking at all of them, like it's just how it goes.
Okay, that makes sense. So I think the next one you're gonna get from us is in ACOTAR is we're gonna do the last. My other one's not up there. We're gonna do the Frost and Starlight and Silver Flames in one because Frost and Starlight is so small. We're not gonna do a whole episode on that because it'd be like 15 minutes. So we're gonna do those two together.
We say it'd be 15 minutes, but we could probably sit and talk an hour about it too if we really wanted to.
Very true.
That is a good point. So we're gonna do those two together. And again, you have all of our season finales coming at you. You've got some season premieres coming at you from Netflix and from Hulu. So watch out for those. And I think into the summer, we haven't set a schedule yet of what we're gonna be discussing there, but I think you can say there's gonna be a lot more books throughout the summer. There's probably gonna be more Netflix things because I feel like in the summer, Netflix tries to come out with some bangers. So there's going to be that. There's certainly going to be another Bridgerton one over the summer. So we'll let you know the more we know beyond season. Right now, we're just trying to do that final push through the season finales of all of our shows. And after that, we'll know more what's coming ahead. We don't have a cruel summer to look forward to this summer, which is kind of what we all predicted. I think.
But you guys can watch Under the Bridge with me. And get a little bit of your
right? And
Apple summer fix.
David Gillies one that's out right now.
Sight Unseen.
Is that what it is? Sight Unseen? So lots of good things coming your way. Stay tuned and watch for all those. Do not forget to join our Facebook group, which is Fandom Family Chats. It is not just about our podcast, though that's where you will get all of our podcast information, but it is where we are discussing all of our fandoms, shows, movies, books, it all goes there. So let us know if you have any recommendations for shows or movies or books for us to read, watch, whatever it is. Let us know there. Talk about your favorite stuff over there. And you can find us all over social media under Fandom Family Chats or FFC. That's our acronym. So check us out there and we'll see you real soon. Bye, guys.
Bye. Loving our content? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to share our podcast with your family and friends. We want to continue the conversation with you. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok under Fandom Family Chats, or one of our ever-growing Facebook groups by searching Family Fan Club. We've also launched a website, Family Fan Club 2021 at Wixsite.com. You can email us there and keep checking it for announcements and merch coming soon. And of course, be sure to tune in every week for new episodes discussing all your favorite shows.